everyone, so welcome back, and what I wanted to share with you today is a video of a look where, you know, when you're in a hurry and you don't have time to really put on a full face of makeup because once you do the foundation then you look washed out, so then you got to add in bronzer, and then you have to add in blush, and then you have to do your eyes, because if not you just look worse than you would have if you would have gone without makeup. But you're also in a position where you need to look a little bit pulled together and not look so dead like you just woke up out of bed and slobbered all over your face type of look. So this is how I'm going to create that look. This is what I do. Now, I am using some products that a lot of people have questions about. So this is going to be the second part of a video that you can watch before this one, going over and doing a review of the products. Or, you know what, I don't know, this is me talking in the future, so this might be the first part, that might be the second, but you know, you'll be able to see it, so whatever. The products that I use in order to achieve my I'm in a hurry and don't want to look like poo look are by Perricone MD. And I am actually using the no foundation, no bronzer, and no blush. And as I said, I will be doing a review in another video. Whether you see that first or second is, I don't know, because it's not the future. So let's go ahead and get this started. If you're interested, keep watching. Alright, so I already did go ahead and moisturize my skin, and I did put on that moisturizer. It was my MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Base Visage. Yeah. So I went ahead and put that on already, so that way my skin is nice and plump and moisturized, because that's always important in the first key steps to looking awake. Let's go ahead and get this started. Now, another little disclaimer is I am not going to be showing you my full brow tutorial in this video, because I am doing an updated brow tutorial, because if you have seen my other one, then you know that was a fail. So I need to record that and give you something that's actually helpful and looks good instead of like angry brows. That's besides the point. This is a quick, no makeup when I'm in a hurry look video, so let's do the video. So this product is really nice because even though there's the foundation, there's the bronzer, there's the blush, you don't have to do all three steps. You can stop at any point, walk out the door, and you are perfectly fine. So I tend to really not like to use my fingers, but this product, what I've noticed is I like using my fingers the best to get the best appearance. And I do use 2 layers of this to get a little bit better coverage rather than just one. If you are really big on wanting coverage, this is probably not for you, because it is considered no makeup, so it does not look like you have any makeup on. It just looks like your skin, but better. So keep that into consideration, especially if you have a lot of problem skin or different things like that. This may not be for you, but this is just how I do my I'm in a hurry look. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 2 pumps, and as you can see, it is a little runny, but not too bad. Not as runny as what like face and body is. So I'm just gonna dot this as it said, and I'm gonna start with half my face first so you can see. And normally this would only take me like 5 or 6 minutes, but because obviously I'm explaining this, it's gonna take a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna start to blend that in to the skin, and I'm just blending this in as if it were a moisturizer. And what's cool is I didn't have to spend any extra money to get the tools to do this, because my fingers are free, and sometimes those are the best tools that you can have. And especially since this is supposed to be such a natural look, the fingers really do work out. Alright, so that is my right half of the face with 1 layer. So let's go ahead and do the other half. Okay, so as you can see, it definitely is more of a dewy look, but that is just 1 layer. And you can see how could stop at this point. I don't have to do any bronzer. I don't have to do any blush. It just really kind of cleared my skin up and made it look better. But if you look at it, it almost has no detection that I actually have makeup on. So I'm going to do my second layer just because I want a little bit more coverage, and I'll get back to you. So I just want to go ahead and show you, I did go ahead and do the second layer on my right side of my face. So I want you to be able to see the difference between my right side and my left side. Okay, so this is what it would look like with 2 full layers on the entire face. And as I mentioned, what's neat about this is, unlike regular foundation where you look washed out and it evens out everything and gives you a blank canvas, I could totally stop at this point and just walk out the door and look okay and not look kind of like a zombie because I didn't add color in my face. So that's what I really like about this foundation, or no foundation. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I would do for brows, because I would not do my normal routine. I would just kind of use this. It is the Benefit Give Me Brow, and I would just comb that through my brows. Obviously, I would be in a hurry and I wouldn't have time to do my regular brow routine. Then give it a little brush through. So that's what I would do with my brows. Now, the bronzer, I do use a blush. So this is the Perricone MD No Bronzer. So I just need to shake this up. And it comes in like this dropper form and it's very liquidy. So it doesn't look like you're getting much, but in all actuality, you're getting a good amount. So I'm going to just go ahead and drop about 3 drops to start with. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I am going to dot this in the areas that I need it. As you can see, I'm just kind of dotting that where I would want bronzer to hit me. And then I'm just going to buff that out. And you can see, just by buffing that out, how natural that is. And it really warms up the skin. This would be, I think, a little bit more complicated with the fingers, just because I think it would just be a little awkward. So I don't use my fingers. It says you should use your fingers for this part, but I don't. So as you can see, that just kind of warms up the skin a little bit. Just take a little bit, whatever's left, kind of warm up underneath my jaw. Since I'm not contouring, obviously, because I'm in a hurry, or in this situation I would be in a hurry. So just really adding that to where I see fit. You can totally layer this up. So if I take 3 more drops and I want to give my cheeks just a little bit more, and I'm not a little bit more warmth than I would, and I kind of make it this little bridge over my nose, because if you notice when the sun hit, it does hit the tops of your nose. Again, just gonna buff that in to really warm up the skin. As you can now see with the bronzer, it just kind of lightens it up, makes it look like I've been in the sun. So the next step would just be blush, and that again is my Perricone MD No Blush. And I am gonna shake this up, shake it up. Can you see my arms? Shake, shake. Okay, that's gross. Shake what your mama gave ya. Okay, sorry. With this, it actually comes, when you open it, comes with like a little doe foot applicator. And like I said again with this step, you could have totally stopped at this step and walked out the door. There is no need to have to put bronzer on with these products. There is no need to have to put on blush with these products. But this is just what I do if I'm in a little hurry. This blush is amazing. It looks different on everybody and it totally looks like natural blush. So I'm just gonna take a couple dots on my face. Kind of more on the apple of the cheek. And yeah, I know that looks real scary, right? Smallpox. Did pox? Were pox pink? Chicken pox? Minus the bumps? I don't know. Anyway, so then what I do is I take my fingers and I slowly work this into the skin. Just tapping away. Tap, tap, tap. And as you can see, once you start to blend it out, it just gives you this gorgeous, gorgeous glow. Really kind of adds that look like you've been in the sun. You got a little bit of a sunburn, but looks so natural. And there you go. So you can see on this side, you can see on that side. And if you really wanted to create that look like you've been in the sun, just do one little tap on the nose. And tap that out. And there you have it. So all that I would do in this case is I would pull out my DIOR Lip Glow Color Revival Balm. Looks like this. I don't know if you can tell. Let me wipe my hands off. But when you put it on, it looks different on everybody. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It kind of goes by the natural color of what your skin pulls out, but that's kind of what it looks like even though it is clear. So I'm just going to pop this on. I would just go ahead and throw this in my bag, and then all I need is a nice mascara. So I'm actually going to choose the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express. I'm just going to throw on a little bit of mascara. Not anything, I don't want a real dramatic lash just because, again, this is a no makeup, but I do want to, you know, have something stand out. And I really like this mascara for daytime. It doesn't get clumpy. It really seems to be more of a drier formula. Just get one really, really good coat on my lashes. Get the bottom of my lashes. I didn't apply concealer just because if I was in a hurry, I probably wouldn't apply concealer. But I do need to make sure to set certain areas of this to avoid creasing, because as of right now it is creasing a little bit under the eyes. So what I do at this point is I go ahead and I re-rub over my under eye to make sure I get any of the creasing gone. I rub over my lids because I did put some of the foundation there, and then I am going to use my Chanel Powder Universal in the color 30 Natural, which is the translucent 2 powder. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on my MAC 129 brush, and I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that powder, tap off what I don't need. I'm gonna set my under eye so that way the the foundation doesn't move. Set my T-zone, just so this look does last me all day. I do go over the lids just so that there is no creasing through the lids. But other than that, this is the final look. This is what I would do for a no makeup look if I only had about 5 to 6, maybe 10 minutes to do my makeup and wanted to look refreshed. But it looks like it's just my skin just a little bit better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you happen to have any questions, you know the drill, go ahead and comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and also let me know your suggestions on things that you might like to see. I am definitely working on some other videos, so stay tuned. And remember to change that unsubscribe button to a subscribe button because it's free and it doesn't cost you anything, but it really, really does help me out. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and I'll talk to you later. Stay blessed. Bye.